So I am here at a Writers Resist event. They have these types of events when writers all across the country want to protest against certain things, and so that is what this activity is today, and I'm really excited about it. I'm not a protest writer very much. I don't really write in protest because I don't really feel creative in that space. But I will say this, I'll try to share a little bit of what they talk about today in this event, but I do want to just point out that it really doesn't matter if Trump is not going to really admit that white racist systems in America is black people's number one problem, and instead want to sit up here and continue to blame black people for what is going on in our communities and lumping us all in stereotypical piles, then it really doesn't matter. And all he's going to be able to do is normalize white supremacist language here. And so that's what we have to be careful of. I'm really excited that they're having these events all across the country, and I will be sure to show some clips as we go along.
They're regarding race in particular, and I invite us to let them inspire us to move forward in redeeming our country from many of our sins. Please try to be clear, dear James. There is no reason for you to try to become like white men, and there is no basis whatever for their impertinent assumption that they must accept you. The really terrible thing, old buddy, is that you must accept them, and I mean that very seriously. You must accept them and accept them with love. For these innocent people have no other hope. They are in effect still trapped in a history which they do not understand.
Close your eyes and listen. Can you hear it? It's the cry of yet another Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted. It echoes in the cry of Sabrina Fulton and Wanda Johnson. It reverberates even still from Mamie Till Mobley, long since departed and reunited with her beloved and taken too soon Emmett. Can you hear it? The collective cries of scores of mothers who will never see their sons grow old or fall in love or pursue their dreams. Listen. You might just also hear cries of blood from the ground, cries for justice, justice that may never come because we choose not to listen, choose to keep our eyes closed to the fact that our children are dying needlessly, senselessly, and with little to no recourse. I've heard it said that it would be better if a millstone were to be hung around the neck of one who were to cause a little one to stumble. And yet, perpetrators are allowed to roam freely, trampling underfoot, blood left on the grass, having ignored screams for mercy. While we care more for the child not yet born than for the one who is already among us. Now, I want you to open your eyes and imagine that it was your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, pleading for their lives, begging for mercy, crying for help, for justice. What would you do then? What would you do? What will you do? What?
Camera feed. Don't catch the pixels of your form in a cell phone's camcorder. If it's there, don't watch. Don't let your loved ones watch. But also, don't let them look away. Don't let anybody look away. Play the clip over and over, put it on news feeds, newsreels. Let them watch a body in pain, in resistance, laid out on any given sidewalk. Show them how many badges it must take to bring a black body down. Keep the odds at 1-1, 1-4, 1-7.
Show how quiet one voice can be in a crowd. Show how quickly a man becomes a body, becomes a symbol. Count how long it takes for anyone to remember a pulse. My brother had pins in his elbows. 3 metal rods held the joints of his arm together so that it could heal and grow back. He had skipped 3 rings on the monkey bars and gripped air and then the sharp tint of pain. After the pins were gone, my brother cracked his forehead on a metal tractor toy. They glued the split in his skin back together. Once an ER nurse fished an eraser from the depths of my brother's left nostril. Later, those metal pins would return, would hold the bones of his foot together after a motorcycle accident. Just as his foot had almost healed, my brother broke his ankle. What I'm saying is that we've watched him break a million ways, and each time he's come back to us whole. Don't steal cigarettes. Don't look like someone who might have stolen cigarettes. Learn the way a toy gun looks like a gun. Learn the way a toy truck looks like a gun. Learn the way a boy looks like a man, looks like a target. Don't wear red, you don't need the help. Don't think that a black man is the only one in danger, or that this is something new. Learn the dread of blue lights and the dip in your belly, in the way you think of the last thing you might have said to us when you hear a siren. After another story on the news, another morning coffee over the video, you can't help but watch another black man go down. Don't look at that officer with that rolled down window and think about his morning. Don't ask him who's to blame. Don't hear his radio like my radio and see the sunglasses like all of ours and think of me. If you hate him, think of me. Know that the average bullet travels 340 meters per second, which is something like 700 miles per hour, which leaves 0.2 of a second to react. Know that it takes 4.3 seconds for all 200 pounds of you to run 40 yards. Know the difference between fast and fast enough. Know the anatomy of a bullet. Know that it is a cone of hot lead and a shell and a primer that the gun sparks to action. Know that you are blood and life inside of tendons, muscles, skin. Know which is the bigger giant. Know that no one can save you, but me, but no one. Don't think that you are doomed, but don't imagine you're free either. Know that even if we never sat down to say this, to have this conversation, that we've been having it your whole damn life.
Yeah, we all could use a little mercy. Oh, I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow.